Welcome back, everyone. So a few weeks ago, I made a video about how SCHD is still a great buy despite its price decline. Now, I'm making this video to let you know I put my money where my mouth is and I bought $1,000 of SCHD over the previous week. So as you can see by my trade history, you see a buy order for SCHD here of about $987, and then you see another one for about $50. So actually I bought more than $1,000 of SCHD. So you see 35 shares here that I bought, and then you also see about 1.8 shares that I bought here all in the same day. So I want to go into detail what a $1,000 buy of SCHD did for me, what it does for my dividends, and what it does going forward as that dividend increases. So pretty much every dividend investor knows SCHD. It is by far one of the most popular dividend ETFs out there. It tracks the total return of the Dow Jones US Dividend 100 Index, and it holds a quality group of dividend paying and dividend growing stocks. So great ETF overall, great diversification, and again, it offers a good dividend yield and also good dividend growth. In fact, the dividend growth history has been consecutive for 13 years. So every year for the previous 13 years, it has paid a growing dividend. And for the average of the past 5 years, it has a dividend growth rate of about 11.6%. and also a current dividend yield of 3.54%. So what that means right off the bat is that I already get paid every single year from that buy order a dividend of $35.40 annually. So dividend yield is pretty good on its own, but the real power of this ETF is what happens over the years as that dividend grows. Now, assuming the dividend growth rate remains at the average of 11.6%, next year I am going to be getting paid a dividend of $39.51, but that is only going to improve over time. If we look at year 2, I am going to be getting paid $44.09, and then all the way down at the end after 10 years, I am going to be getting paid from this $1,000 purchase a yearly dividend of $106.08, which is a yield on cost of about 10.6%. Now, that is very powerful because that means even without any sort of growth of the underlying stock price, in 10 years, I am basically going to be getting a guaranteed percentage return on my initial investment of 10.6%. And that is why this ETF is so powerful. This ETF does great when it comes to long-term holds, and which is why I am not concerned with the short ups and downs of this ETF. As you can see, this ETF dropped about 9% from November 29th, 2024 to December 19th, 2024, which is a pretty big drop overall. But when you look at the grand picture, there's a lot of ups and downs, and a few months of a downturn doesn't really impact this ETF too much, especially because you keep in mind the dividend growth that is going to offer you the longer that you hold this ETF, assuming that the dividend doesn't change too much. And of course, depending on the market environment, there might be lower or higher dividend increases, but overall, this ETF does a great job at continuously raising that dividend. And when in doubt, when it comes to this ETF or investing in general, the best thing is to look at the long term and just zoom out. We see that this ETF does have several ups and downs, but overall, the long term is going to be up as time goes. That is why I don't mind dollar cost averaging into this ETF every time I get paid. I currently have about 764 shares at a total cost basis of about $19,000 for a total current market value of about $21,500 and a total gain of about $2,300. Now, this is not a growth ETF, of course. The power of this ETF really comes from that dividend growth and holding over the long term. Overall, this was a pretty short video, but I wanted to show you that I still am buying this ETF, and I even bought more of this ETF, especially because I made that video a few weeks ago telling people that it is still a great buy. And I feel like if I didn't show myself buying the ETF, then it may be a little bit disingenuous because a lot of people don't really put their money where their mouth is. They say this stock or this ETF is a great buy, but they're not really buying it themselves. So please remember, if you did enjoy this content, give this video a like to get this content out there to a wider audience. And if you want to see more of this content, subscribe to stay up to date on future videos, and I will see you all in the next one.